Welcome to myprojectbazaar.com.
Ultrasonic imaging is an important modality for medical diagnosis. Compared with other imaging modalities, ultrasound is relatively low cost and harmless to human health and has decent resolution. Modern ultrasonic image systems are becoming increasingly complex and powerful, yet compact. The trend towards highly integrated ultrasonic imaging solutions to enable portable or even ultrasound applications in hospital and at home. Capacitive micromixing ultrasound transducers recently emerged for better system integration. CMOS technologies offers advantages such as improved bandwidth, ease of fabricating large arrays, and potential for integration with electronics. For the transmitter, high voltage linear amplifiers are commonly used to drive the PZT load to achieve a linearity and acceptable efficiency. In case of CMOS load, linear amplifiers are not optimum and degrades the overall power efficiency of the transmitter stage. High voltage pulsar can be used instead of amplifiers so that the power distribution while charging and discharging capacitance does not contribute to the acoustic output. The transmitter efficiency is defined as the ratio between the useful acoustic power and the total power dissipated. One of the main issues is area-hungry high voltage transmitter in the interfacing analog front-end IC. The high voltage transmitter usually utilizes large size high voltage diffuse MOS, that means DMOS transmitters to generate high voltage pulse signals to drive the CMOS to produce large acoustic pressure while maintaining the reliability to prevent possible device junction breakup. In this brief, a highly integrated high voltage transmitter utilizing standard CMOS transistors targeted for ultrasound medical imaging in the high integrated needle device for obstetrics and gynecology applications. The high voltage transmitter achieves high integration by only employing standard CMOS transistor in a stacked configuration with dynamic gate biasing circuit while successfully driving the capacitive micro-machined ultrasound transistor device impressed in an oil environment without breakdown reliability issues. The high voltage transistor includes the output drive and the voltage level shifter generates over 10 voltage pp pulse at very high frequency. Now I am going to explain flow diagram of our project. In the first stage, the low voltage input was fed to the DSP signal processing. In this stage, it checks whether the input is low voltage up to 1.8. Then it will be separated to 5 voltages and 0 voltages. Then these low and high voltages are fed back to the LSI output. Here, the architecture consists of a level shifter which converts the external digital signal processor or field programming gate array generator 1.8 VPP into triggering signals to 5 voltage PPP pulse signal. Then the 5 voltage signal is divided into two separate paths. The upper path contains a second level shifter and the tapered buffer to convert the signal to swing between 5 to 10 volt in order to drive the gate of the PMOS transistor of the output driver because of the output driver consists of a high voltage transmitter. The low path on the other hand goes through inverter based buffers to drive the gate of the NMOS transistor of the output driver. The output driver is followed by the CMOS elements where the CMOS is the driven with up to 10 volt high voltage pulse so that the ultrasound signal with sufficient acoustic pressure is generated for propagating the acoustic medium. The pulse width, the period, and the required amount of generated acoustic pressure, which relates to the maximum voltages of the output pulse signal, are decided in the system level depending on the specific medical image applications as well as the device characteristics of the following transducer. The output terminal of the CMOS device is connected to the DC bias voltage through a large bias resistor and a bypass capacitor. For biasing the CMOS near the breakdown voltage for high transmit efficiency, the output driver and CMOS interface is also connected to the receiver analog front end, which consists of a high voltage isolation switch and a low noise preamplifier to amplify the incoming weak electrical signal converted from the reflected ultrasound signal so that it can be processed in the following stages for image construction. A special attention is given in the layout to isolate the high voltage operating circuits and the regular voltage spots. Also, wide top metals are used to route the high voltage supply, the high voltage ground, and the output nodes from the core to the pads to minimize the parasitic resistance and support high dynamic current through this path. In comparison with previous high voltage transmitter designs using DMOS devices, the core area includes the outer driver and the two level shifters has been dramatically reduced. Now I am going to explain running procedure of our project. The first stage, if select the input file cell0.sp file, then click simulate option. This will simulate the internal structures, and finally it will provide the graphical representations for our output signal. Simulation was over. We can view the internal codings by clicking this. These are the connection details which are provided in the SP file formats. Since in the HC space we can't view the schematic diagrams or any other circuit diagrams, this is provided by only the codings implemented in it. After that, you press the Avant base. This will generate the graphical representations of output signal. After the simulations, it will provide a file which was generated to graph. So select this for title, then select the voltages and select out variable. By open it, we can generate the signal. So this is the input signal from our circuit. So this will be generated as up to 1.8 volt input. For each and every scalings, this will be displayed in nanoseconds. After that, we can view the output signal by pressing out to variable. So this is the outputs, 10 volt output. We can extract the timing delay in between inputs and output signal by using these differences. According to the waveform, we can extract the timing delay and overall power consumption. So our input signal is up to 1.8 volt and we get the output as up to 10 volt. This is our overall output of our design. Thank you.